Someone else has made a video on the Sengso Clock, and that was what I wanted to actually look at today. That's what I was going to do. And it's only because I wondered where mine was that I checked the mailbox. But now we got it, and that's exciting. How
A few days ago.
Relax, relax. So this person, technically cubing. Shout out. Throwback. Technically cubing. Nice to see you again. Good to see you creating. Technically Cubing made a video about the Sengso Clock. I think they kind of liked it too. Let's see.
A few days ago, Shengshou posted that they were looking for testers for the new clock. So I sent
That was ages
them
ago.
a couple of messages hoping I get selected.
This is very good.
Fast forward a few days. I have the goods with me.
Hey, that's just like my little box I just got now. That's just like my little box. That was full of clonks. So for those of you who didn't see, or for those of you who are watching the VOD, I got one whole clonk, which I've just opened and had to play with just now. And I got a selection of baggies of clonk bits, including magnets, empty faces. Everything needs to be magnetized. Look at that. There's a lot of magnets in there that I need to put into all these faces. So this is going to be a mission. Total mission. I wish I had one of those magnet pooper tools that they had on that. Remember when we watched that GAN video about the GAN factory? Oh, I wish I had a magnet pooper, but I don't. Anyway, let's see. Technical cubing.
Me. And by the way, I'm not that good at clock.
Same, brother. You're better than me.
Hello.
You can take this off now. Yeah, hi.
Hi, I'm Akash.
Yeah, so you're just like
Hi,
slightly better
Akash.
than me, right?
Yep.
Pause. That's a complete lie. Akash is ranked 56th and 42nd in the world for both clock and OH respectively. So he's more than just a bit better than me.
Top 50 in the world. Okay,
So
flex.
these are the
Love
two
to see it.
Shengshou clocks. They sent out two different versions. One assembled and one in pieces.
I'm sure they're the same version. Yo, Akash in the chat. I'm sure they're the same version. One is just not put together.
Okay.
I hope it comes in a nice box, because this plastic bag is
What do you
not
think
going
of
to
the
cut it.
design? Like before you press anything,
So
never mind.
it's definitely interesting. Like it definitely seems a bit more cluttered.
Here's a bit of a close-up view of both clocks.
It's very much more cluttered. And like, especially compared to the Anders. Like, that's clean, brother. That's clean. I'm going to, when I put my one together, like I said, this one's going to Lockie as it is. I'm not going to set this one up. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to send it to Lockie and he can deal with it. But my one, I'm definitely gonna play with. I might get the paint brushes out and paint those 12s. In fact, I might paint all the numbers and make the 12s red or something different. You know what I mean? Because I think it could be cleaner. The dials, the circles around the dials are definitely. Not sure if I love.
So these are both the black and white ones. This one is a
It didn't cause me any problems. I wasn't any worse than I usually am. I'm trash usually, and I'm still trash.
high clock TE one, so it's slightly modded.
Yo,
And you
fancy.
can tell that the design is kind of similar, but at the same time, these are thicker. And you can tell, like, you see this part on the top,
She is
right?
thick.
Like the ones that's normally marked red on
Hold
the
on,
TE.
we didn't actually check that. Is it? It's not thicker that way. Actually, it is. It's like a millimeter thicker. Very hard to see right now, but it's like a millimeter thicker, and it is. If I put them side by side, I'm just going to flick back to the unboxing shot. They are just sitting on my bench here. They are the same height. What have I got? I need something flat. Here we go. I'll use my little keyboard guy. They are. There's nothing between them. I think, if anything. Yeah, if anything, the QiYi clock is maybe like half a mil wider. But they're basically, like, for all intents and purposes, they're the same size. The Shengshou is a little bit deeper. The QiYi is a little bit wider, if that makes sense. It does make sense. It makes perfect sense. You all know what I'm talking about. Here we go.
It's white, which I think would make aligning stuff to 12 noon a bit harder.
Okay. So,
I had a
given
similar
that this
reaction.
is like a out of the box thing, I think it's definitely better than most QiYi clocks out of the box.
Damn, I would be inclined to agree with that. It's just, it does feel kind like low key, feels kind of ready to go. As far as I can tell, it feels pretty much ready to go. What my experience with the QiYi clock and with people buying them is that they're a
Most
bit
QiYi clocks out of the
inconsistent.
box are super slow, super scratchy. Most people do with QiYi clocks is they remove the screws and they put tape along the sides. So they also loop the faces and the dials a bit. So I think we can try to do that and see how it is.
Why don't you? Like,
I wonder
turn
if this
some
was
salsa then? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Just,
Akash, are
like,
you still in the
hand
chat? I wonder if it feels like it's got some lube in it. I feel like it's been set up a little bit. I don't know if you would need to lube the faces because they're not touching the plastic, as far as I can tell. The same as the in fact, they're absolutely not. There's like a clear millimeter between the faces and the plastic, which is nice because you sometimes do get like, you start to scratch up the back of the white plastic, the back of the clear plastic on the QiYi, and it gets a little scuffy looking and can look a bit wah. But these faces are not touching the plastic outer, which is cool.
scramble.
Okay. Okay, now
What's up,
that
Cubing
it's
with
scrambled,
Andy?
I think this is gonna have to take some getting used to. Like,
Yeah.
this is. It took me 5 seconds to realize that. Oh, this isn't even a CE skip.
Exactly. This,
Oh, wait.
it's like so thick that you can't really tell.
Yeah, I cannot tell the
my
difference
gosh.
between like a 4 and a 5. Okay.
It's definitely, Akash, it's definitely a different experience to looking at the QiYi, like 100%. You've got, it's the opposite as well. So in QiYi, you've got your 3, 6, 9. That's all your bigger lines. They're the lines on that. Whereas on this, it's going dot dash basically. Oh no, your 3, 6, 9 are dots and everything else is dashes. So it's all backwards. So definitely needs some practice to get used to recog. I would be sure.
Okay, it actually turns kind of nice.
It does turn nice. It does turn nice. Hey, and magnets feel quite strong. Like it's super tactile. The dials are nice and strong for me anyway.
I think
Again, not a Clonk
like,
Pro.
we could make this really good.
I absolutely agree. It's kind of tight right now. You know.
That's a good observation. It's like a nice base. It's a really good base for a really good base for the puzzle.
Yep.
A really good base for a
Definitely
good
should
puzzle.
be
You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
looser.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's like screws on this right now.
Yeah.
So we'll try tape modding it. That's for sure.
Tried racing. Let's go.
Okay. Damn
This
it.
is the first 3 with the Shengshou ever.
Yeah.
First
No,
3 on the
I think I'll
Shengshou
get a few
ever,
times.
everyone. That's
So
what
I
we've been
still
waiting
have
for.
Shengshou now. Yep.
What is this? The Akash has got here. Is that a blue and lilac combo? I like that.
Okay, we shall see.
So what do you think about like recognition so far that you've done a few solves?
It's extremely challenging. Like,
Ooh, okay. Akash is finding it difficult with the recog. Okay, I'll be interested to see how our man Lockie goes with it as well.
I mean, it could just be being used to this kind of thing, but I think I could get used to it, but
All right.
How are you? Have you had more of a go of it, Akash? Have you got this puzzle now? Did you snipe it off of Technically Cubing to do a bit more of a session on it? I'd be interested to know how your recognition's going after spending some
I
time with
definitely
it.
didn't have this problem the first time I switched from like a Ling out to this.
So what are your thoughts on like the differences so far? Is there any magnetic
Lingao.
strength difference that you can tell? Any difference in like feeling?
So this isn't like the base QiYi clock, but I would say these are what people would consider the best QiYi clocks now, right? So
They're the Pi Cube ones,
compared
right?
to these, the pins on this are a lot weaker than this. The magnet strength of like turns seems to be somewhat similar. I think
See, I found that the pins were weaker, and I feel like the magnets are stronger compared to a stock QiYi clock, which is what I've got. It's stock, but I've Anders modded it. But my magnets feel quite light. This is a G1 black and white, and the magnets feel quite light compared to the man. I just did a perfect 369 on the Shengshou, which is that's unusual for me.
it definitely feels a lot weaker compared to out of the box QiYi. I think that's good because a lot of people nowadays, they push down the magnets in the clock to make them weaker. So
That's interesting.
I think weaker magnets out of the box are good. And I'm not sure the design of the piece.
I haven't used as many QiYi clocks as Akash has, to be fair.
Magnets if you want to.
So, do you want to try tape modding it now?
All right.
Let's go. Okay,
Tape
so
modded
just
up.
now we've taken out the second clock in the back.
I don't know if it needs a tape mod because there seems to be a lot of thread. It's not a nut. The screw is not going into a nut. The screw is just going into plastic. So I think on the QiYi you have a bolt that goes through to a nut on the other side, which only gives you a limited amount of thread that you can actually play with. Whereas this is kind of an indefinite. You can really tighten this up significantly, I would say. Having not tested it yet, but it looks that way.
And as you
Anyway.
can tell, this one's disassembled. Akash is trying to take out the screws right now so you can tape mod this clock. And it's quite interesting because it just comes fully disassembled. Like here you have the two covers, you have the white and black side, and you have all of these pins and dials disassembled, and these rings as well. And what I found interesting was that in the package, they have like a whole different set of magnets. So I'm guessing that, you can tell like these don't have magnets on them right now. So you're gonna have to magnetize them and push in the magnets yourself.
This is going to be rough. Putting this thing together, like getting the polarities right and everything, because on the doing the Anders mod was hard anyway. So I guess, are there there's magnets that have to go into the case as well? I don't know. This is what we're going to find out. Back in my day, we had to use hacksaws or curved scissors to open clocks. Back in my day. Yeah, valid though. It's going to be interesting. That is going to be a fresh hell building that, I think. How did Akash? How did technically QiYi? I don't know technically his name. How did technically go just putting it together? Was it really painful?
Yeah, I think the biggest issue we have with the clock right now, yeah, because it's just really hard to recognize. Because of how thick the clock borders are, it's a bit hard to tell when it's one tick off, but it feels amazing.
Biggest issue is the recog. Yeah, I'm definitely building mine Anders vibe. Black face, black rings, black dials, white hand, and I'm gonna paint my numbers. I'm going to paint my numbers, and I'm going to make the 12s red. For sure, I reckon that's what I'm going to do.
The difference between like this and this is a lot more.
Although, you could argue, it's an interesting one. Akash's one is like objectively, subjectively, looks really hard to do recognition on. So I think it probably depends on your own eyes as well as to...
more stark than
as to what you feel. DNF, rip.
This and this, right? Because these are so fat, they kind of like. Oh.
Alex, we don't have a price on this yet, so I'm not sure if this is going to be a budget version. If it's half the price of the QiYi clock, then it is a problem for QiYi.
Overlap.
Chang UV coated one.
So, yeah.
UV coated pins, for rapid pin dropping.
It's probably like. That's probably going to be the biggest problem about this clock. Feeling wise though, like given that I just spent like 5 minutes setting it up and it's already like comparable to my main clock, which I spent like hours setting up, I think that it could easily be better than the QiYi clock.
Ooh, that's devastating. That's devastating. 5 minute setup and it's like comparable to Akash's main. Akash, it's more so when solving than just seeing it like this. Yeah, okay. No, I do hear that. I'll maybe thrash out some more solves on mine after we've watched
It
this.
feels like, if you were to compare the feeling, I think you can also tell by sound.
Gamba Bomb needs a
Like,
boncore, yeah.
This feels sandier, kind of, like drier. I think it's nice though. This also feels more like...
Yo, maybe I should... Should I put my QiYi dials in the Shengshou clock?
I think that
See if they fit.
probably don't happen as much with this clock.
Whoa, what did he say?
I think that pin jumps probably don't happen as much with this clock.
I didn't have any. I did like 6 or 7 solves and I didn't jam up,
QiYi.
which was nice.
Before we move on to my segment of the review, if you want to purchase a great clock like
Oh yeah.
the QiYi or the Shengshou when it comes
Use our
out,
man's
do
code.
visit dailypuzzles.com.au and use my discount code TECH to get 5% off your
Use
order.
tech at dailypuzzles.com.au
unrelated
version
tangent.
2.0.
How are 97% of my viewers not subscribed?
That's gross, isn't it?
I don't understand, but
It is gross.
if you could subscribe, that would help.
Stop it, YouTube. What the hell are you
There's been a few
doing?
hours with the Shengshou one that they sent that was. I had
Okay.
some thoughts about it, and unfortunately, the one that they sent that was meant to be assembled, we couldn't really get it together because I think they forgot to ship one of the corner pieces.
Oh no!
But it's fine.
That's tough. Wait, how many dials have I got? Yeah, see, there's a lot of dials just floating around loose in here. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, no, they're just intrinsic, aren't they? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have fun putting this together, I reckon. I'll have fun mucking around with this. That's going to be a cool stream. If you all want to learn some creative swearing, I recommend tuning into that. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And I'll do a little creative swearing symposium as I try and build a clock from scratch.
So right now, Akash is just gonna give his thoughts on the clock, and I'll spend the next few days testing it. So what do you think?
First thing I say is this clock is super promising. So
Super
if I were to
promising,
describe the feeling,
okay.
It definitely feels drier than a regular clock. I would theorize that the reason for that is
Yo, are we connected? Is that GAN Halo connected to CS Timer on your phone? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I can't lie. That's pretty cool.
It
I
feels
like
like
that
there's a lot
setup.
more
I never
going on
thought about that.
inside of the clock. So the bases, there's like dents and stuff. There's a lot of things inside. The base also feels more rigid. So I think it feels like loop spreads more on the QiYi clock than this clock. I don't necessarily think that the dry feeling is bad though, because I think it's actually pretty nice. So in terms of speed, the magnet strength is a bit weaker than, I would say, the pink and the blue clocks. The pin strength is a lot weaker than the pink and the blue clocks.
The pin strength is definitely weaker. I haven't really tried the pink and blue clock, so I can't really comment on that. I've only tried the black and white one.
Pretty well actually, and like speed-wise, this clock is really good. One bad thing about it, which I've already mentioned before, is the design. So I definitely found myself getting a lot of recognition issues. I would say right now it's like comparable but slightly worse to the QiYi clock. But I think with more time, I could make it as good or even better. My conclusion is
That's hectic. Could be like I called it right in like the first video we ever made about this. I was like, could this beat QiYi? I think the price is so important. If this is going to be a QiYi beater, price is going to be so important. And of course, this is only Akash's opinion we've got so far, and mine, which is worth literally nothing. But once we hear from some more speedsters, who knows? Who knows? Promising though. Like, if anything, really promising. Let's hear Akash's conclusions.
I think this is a really good clock and you should get it.
Okay. I've
It's
already got
good
one.
that
Way ahead of
clock
you.
hardware is moving forward from the QiYi clock.
Thank you for being here today. It's so nice to have like someone actually sitting next to me to talk to when I'm making one of these. So I've owned the Shengshou for a few days now, and I've even broken my PB single with it a few times.
Let's go.
However, I find that both the Shengshou and the QiYi are of very similar quality in terms of performance. The Shengshou has a slightly different, drier, sandier feeling, while the QiYi has a clickier, sharper
QiYi.
feeling.
I like that.
However, even after a few days, I haven't really gotten used to the new design of the Shengshou because of the thicker clock hands, which has caused me to DNF more times than I normally do with my QiYi. I don't think most people would opt to choose to switch to the Shengshou over the QiYi due to this design flaw, but given how good it performs and considering how Shengshou typically produces cubes at a more budget-friendly price,
Yes.
the Shengshou clock could end up being a really budget-friendly option for good
We are
clock hardware.
we are expecting a cheaper retail price. 100% I'm expecting a cheaper retail price on this. QiYi is in trouble if they price it well. You're 100% right.
And at the same time, I do find that some people would prefer the sandier feeling of the Shengshou better, and the DNFs due to recognition probably wouldn't be a big deal after a few days of using it. So the Shengshou probably isn't for me, but it's a great clock overall.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, this is Shengshou Clock, everyone. According to Akash and technically cubing, pretty promising. Pretty promising, hey?